Good morning.
Good morning.
Episode 74.
Here we go.
Can we address the elephant in the room?
Let's do it.
The skinny elephant in the room? First question I asked you when you walked in the door was, did you start Ozempic?
Right.
And you said, what was the answer?
Correct. Yes, I have. It's not Ozempic. It's trizepidine, something or other.
Some GLP-1 of some kind?
Yes.
Okay.
I did it, folks. And
You look skinnier. Legitimately, you do.
so it's been just over 1 week. And
That is crazy.
I lost 5 pounds.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. That's like a pound a day.
Well, it's wild. I just like it's been such an interesting week.
Yeah.
So I really didn't know what to expect. I met with my doctor about all of this weeks ago before I even went to Colorado and just had the conversation. I think I shared about that. And I was saying how it's like, I thought she was like my friend. We were talking for an hour and then she charged me $300.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. So her whole thing was, I shared this before. She doesn't know anybody who's taken it, gone off of it, and not put the weight back on.
Yeah.
And the side effects and the one of the big negatives she saw was like you almost get this like craving of more and like their prescription's running low and they need to get a refill and it's taking a long time and she's just like manic. So she's like,
really?
That's a really interesting thing I've seen.
Is that common or is that
She
kind
said
of
that's a very common trait that I see in patients that
like it's addictive?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. That's a great way. I said that weird. And so, but what I appreciated is we talked about, yes, using this and I'm like microdosing. I'm taking such a tiny amount of it, but I'm doing other things with it. So last week I had a meeting with you.
Yeah.
And I was barely functioning.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I had a feeling when you told us you were sick that it was because of that.
Yes.
I had a feeling.
I thought I said I started a new medication.
Yeah. As soon as you said those words, I'm like, oh, she's doing it. And then I saw you walk in this morning just now. I'm like, you look skinnier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am wearing a bodysuit too that kind of sucks things in.
So it's a lot of things.
It's a lot. There's a lot going on. It's all an illusion.
I see it in your face.
Okay.
Legitimate. Like not that you looked bad before.
Yeah.
You just look, your face looks skinnier.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So all good things. It's been so interesting. So literally it subsides your cravings, right? Okay. So it's so weird. I like don't feel hungry, but I know I need to put stuff in my body, like healthy things in my body.
Like you never feel hungry.
I rarely feel hungry.
Okay.
And if I do, I'm just being conscious of what I'm eating.
Okay.
Which is really new for me. Like I definitely am an emotional eater. I'm a bored eater. So like if I like use food and beverages to like help my mood. Mm-hmm. Like I don't eat to live. I live to eat. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
And so, but there's a few things where I'm like even my morning coffee, I am not drinking a full cup of coffee.
Okay.
And I'm feeling like it's not tasting the same and I'm a little bit disappointed by that.
Yeah.
The alcohol side's been interesting. Like usually I would like love a glass of wine at night and I have not been craving. This week has been perfect because Chad's on call, so he can't drink either.
Okay.
But like the other night we were sitting on the deck enjoying the sunset and I'm like, I would usually do this with like a glass of wine and be enjoying it. And now it's like there's something missing, but I know it's good. Like I know it's a good thing to not be, divulging in all of those things all the time. But I could see that being like a fine line too, so much of my enjoyment comes from eating and drinking.
Yeah.
I'm like, I also don't want to lose out on
food is like a hobby and you're going to need to find new hobbies to replace it.
Yeah. So the other medication that I started, and this is how the doctor, she's like talking to me about the GLP-1 option. And then she goes, what I'd also recommend is putting on this, it's pronounced naltrexone. I looked it up. Naltrexone. Yeah. And apparently it's used for tons of different things.
Okay.
But when it comes to weight loss, it has something in it that helps you with cravings. So it subsides. So I looked it up and it was saying it's combined with an antidepressant, bupropion. Okay. I don't know what that is.
Okay. I know that one.
So while alone, many have an appetite suppressing effect. But I just am reading now. It's not an FDA approved.
That's an experimental drug.
Like, what am I taking? I did have to go to like a compound pharmacy to get it.
What does that mean?
They're special pharmacies. I think
Was it like in a back alley somewhere?
a little bit. It was like a 7-Eleven. Felt fine. No, they're legit. I don't know what the difference between a regular pharmacy and a compound pharmacy. Maybe they make unique things there or special things there.
Okay.
I don't know.
Huh.
They only take cash. No, just kidding. But what was funny is the lady, when I was checking out, she was like, she did like a consult with me.
Okay.
And she said, just so you know, a lot of times people experience really lucid, is that the word? Dreams.
Oh, yeah.
And she said, but if they get super gory, you should probably stop. And I was like, okay.
If the dreams get gory?
Yeah.
Oh, weird. Have
like,
you experienced that?
I did have some like pretty intense dreams last night, but nothing like gory. But I remember waking up thinking like, oh, I wonder if this is part of the medication.
Crazy.
What it did do to me the first night, because you're supposed to take it at night. I woke up the next day and I got up and I started making my coffee and I'm sitting on the couch and I'm like, oof, I feel like weird right now. Like I feel kind of dizzy. And then as the morning progressed, it got worse and worse. And I felt like I'd been hit by a truck in the sense of like my body just felt so weak. I felt super nauseous and like head foggy. And it like lingered most of the day.
Yeah.
That night I had a listing appointment. Well, I had the meeting in the middle of the day with you guys.
Oh, that was the day so you had started the night before.
Yes.
Okay, wow.
And it was awful. And I think what day was it? Was that Thursday? Thursday, right. On Friday, I went back to my hormone doctor and I was getting pellets. So I was like,
oh my
I'm
gosh.
going to go back. I'm going to be so miserable. Luckily,
you're doing a whole cocktail.
I know. I've got a lot going on, friends. And I'm happy to experiment on everybody's behalf and then let you know what's working. My doctor did say, and I think I shared this before, the testosterone pellets are encouraged because one of the things that you could lose is muscle mass. And so testosterone will help kind of counterbalance that.
Okay.
But the naltrexone, I was so grossly sick, and the way she sold it to me when we met in the appointment, she was like, yeah, it's this drug that's kind of used for all sorts of different things. It just kind of makes you feel good. It like makes you feel happy, and that because you're feeling that way, it tends to like suppress like cravings. So this whole time I've been waiting to get this medication. I'm like, I'm gonna feel happy. I'm like, so excited. And then it came and I felt like absolute trash. And I was so like, what is this?
So you started this medication at a different time than you started, like a couple days?
Shots on a Saturday, a week from this last Saturday.
That's the GLP-1.
The GLP-1.
Is that like a monthly shot you take, or
you take it weekly?
Weekly, okay.
And
you give it to yourself, or do you have to go to the doctor?
Nope, you give it to yourself. Okay. But I had Chad give it to me.
Yeah.
He's like giving it on my arms too. I've taken it twice now. And luckily with that, nothing, like no negative side effects. Some people I think get nauseous or feel gross with those, but I am taking a very small amount to start.
So the doctor recommended this other drug in combination with the GLP-1?
Yep.
Not so do people not just take one, like, because it sounds like this other, what did you call it again?
Naltrexone.
Naltrexone sounds like has similar effects to the GLP-1 in that it suppresses your appetite.
Yeah.
Right? So how do you know which one is doing what?
Great question. So when I saw her on Friday for the pellets, I told her, I said, just a heads up, because Thursday evening, I did turn a corner and I was feeling a lot better. And then I did take it again Thursday night and woke up Friday feeling a little headachy, but not nearly as bad. And by the time I went to my pellets appointment, I was fine.
Okay.
So and since then I've kept taking it and it's fine. What she told me is that most people for this medication take 1.1 milligrams.
Okay.
And my prescription is for 8 milligrams. So I'm taking quite a bit larger than what most people take. And so I did ask her, I said, is it necessary to take this? And she said, it's not necessary. She said, I think it'll help. She said, and then she suggested you could break it in half and pour, because it's like a little capsule, and just pour some of it into like some food or something and do it that way. So
why are you doing 8? Why are you doing so much more than the norm? Just
because of the use of it? I don't know.
Okay.
I actually don't know. Okay. Should I ask more questions? So we'll see. And then I'm gonna try to get like better about so Chad's doing keto right now.
Okay.
So it kind of helps because he's like on this health kick. So as far as like our grocery shopping is going, we're being like really like food conscious.
Yeah.
And then just, introducing more weight training again into my workout routine.
Love it.
So I'm hoping, for me personally, I felt like I just got to a place where I was feeling so discouraged. I was feeling, I was consumed by my weight. Like I
Mm.
would wake up at night stressing about how much weight I put on.
Hmm.
So I had talked to so many different people. I don't know. I had such an anti GLP-1 perspective before. And then I just got to a point where I was like, I need something. Like, I don't, and not to be, the person who jumps off the bridge because somebody told you to, but everybody's doing it. And so I just thought, if it's working for so many people,
Yeah.
why not try it? So who knows? I mean, it might just be a quick fad,
Yeah.
or it might be something that really helps jumpstart me into this journey of being healthier and where I want to actually be with my weight. So
Yeah.
that's the hope. That's the goal.
I'm excited to follow the journey. Congratulations.
Yeah, you're in it.
Can I ask you a question? And
Yeah.
I can remove this if you don't want me to
Okay.
put it in. How expensive is it?
Okay, so the GLP-1 shots, I want to say were like 200 or something
what?
per dose. So that would be a month.
A month, so not a week. So 200.
Correct. 200. I think that's right.
Okay.
I actually didn't see. I have it. I think it was like right under $200. So that would be for the GLP-1 shot, and then the naltrexone was around $100, and that's for 100 pills. So that will last for 100 days.
Okay.
So
that's actually not that expensive.
It's not that crazy.
200 a month or not 200 a week?
200 a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not crazy.
And then my pellets are, I want to say, I just got them on Friday. I think it's like $480, but that's every 4 months.
Okay, so 100 something bucks.
I'm probably spending a couple $100 every month when you average it all out on these health things.
Okay. I mean, it's the best thing you can invest in is yourself, your body, your health.
I feel like there's probably like the other side of my brain is like, there's probably people who are like, you could do this without spending money by just eating better and exercising.
That's not free either.
I don't like it.
Health food is expensive.
Sounds boring. Just kidding. Yeah.
I think ideal situations it's a combination of everything, right? Like the medication helps your body in certain ways, and then you move your body to keep yourself active and fit, and then you put healthy things inside your body, and it's just like that full cycle.
There is a motivating factor of like, okay, if I continue on this, I feel like I will feel better. Whereas before it was almost like there would be times where my brain would be like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Like, why even try harder? Nothing I'm doing is working.
Yeah.
So just eat whatever you want.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that perspective either.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Our household is also on a health kick at the moment, which we intended to do in July, and that just didn't happen, obviously.
Correct.
But we are back on it. So the tonal arrived. Brian's been doing his tonal workouts.
Oh my gosh. Have you tried it?
I have not tried it. I probably won't use it until I'm done with my Ironman. Yeah. Just realistically, I don't feel like putting any more like stuff or like putting my body through anything else is probably good. Like I'm with the amount of pickleball I'm playing and the amount of Ironman training I'm doing, like I feel like that's good.
Okay.
My body's pretty capped.
I hear you.
But he's enjoying it.
Okay.
He's been doing it every
Where'd
day.
you put it?
In the office. And
okay.
Yeah, it's tight. It's not. That's leading into our weekend. I'll get that in a second.
Okay.
But it was feeling very, very tight. So we did some like decluttering and rearranging and stuff.
Yeah.
But doing that, and then Brian did a bunch of meal prepping yesterday. Nice. Trying to eat healthy.
Okay.
And
well, like what? What did he make?
He made this meal for dinner that he also prepped for like this whole week for lunches.
Okay.
And it was this like, it's not going to sound healthy, but it's like a buffalo turkey mac and cheese.
Oh, okay.
Like it's basically like a homemade, it's like the protein pasta noodles.
Okay, yep.
With some sort of cheese sauce with like, I was not watching him make it.
I love you trying to explain.
But it has turkey, so it has the ground turkey meat, which is the protein.
Yes.
It has like low fat cheese, I think. So it's kind of like a high protein,
low carb,
lowish carb, lowish fat.
Okay.
Like meal. And it's like 600 calories per serving with like 50 grams of protein or something.
Whoa.
So a lot of protein.
A lot of protein.
So we're trying, I brought that for lunch today.
Nice.
But,
okay.
Yeah, so trying to eat healthy too. I weighed myself this morning and I weigh less than I have in a very long time.
Okay.
Like I think over a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Mostly from yesterday because I ran a marathon yesterday.
And you lost like so much weight in one day.
I weighed 3 pounds less this morning than I did yesterday.
That's wild.
Yeah.
You should just do marathon.
Just run a marathon.
All the time.
Every week. Cool. So should we get into our weekend?
Let's do it. Actually took notes.
Are you good to do like Friday, Saturday?
Yep.
that vibe. Cool.
Do you want to start?
I'll just start by saying
I did a lot of talking on
it was so nice to have a weekend at home.
Yeah.
I feel like we haven't in a while.
You haven't. That feeling is real.
We did a lot this weekend, but just being home just felt relaxing.
Yeah.
Even though we did a lot. It just felt nice to be home.
Yes.
So Friday we did dinner out. We went to sushi. Do you like sushi?
I love sushi. And was this where your debate came from on what's the appropriate time?
Yes, absolutely. So we're going to be hanging out with friends that night.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, this friend group that we hang out with every once in a while, whenever we go play games, there's that like board game cafe we go to. Yeah. We always start at like 9 p.m.
Okay.
And we were in the car on the way to dinner. It was probably like 6 p.m. And I'm like, it's so crazy that we're not starting until 9 p.m. And Brian's like, that's normal. I'm like, what do you mean that's normal? Like starting at 9 p.m. on a Friday night with friends is not normal. Like not that and so we had this debate and then we posted on TikTok and Instagram asking the people like what's a normal time to start hanging out with friends on a Friday night. I think around like 6 or 7.
100%.
Brian thinks 8 or 9, and I'm gonna I got the win on that one.
Yeah, you did.
I think it was over 75% agreed with me.
Yeah.
The fact that even 24% agreed with Brian is still mind-blowing to me.
Well, I bet you those people are 24 years old and younger.
Maybe. Yeah,
because
I would love to see the age demographic breakdown.
That is like absolutely. When I was in college in the first few years after 9 p.m., easy.
Yeah.
That's a great start time. Anything beyond 30 years old, going to anything past 8, I'm like, don't even.
I want to be home by 9.
Yeah.
I don't want to be starting at 9. I mean, that's crazy. So anyway, we got sushi this place and then went back home because we had time to kill before going out with people.
That would be the hardest.
Yeah. I did not want to leave again.
Right.
And we got to Mox, I think a little before 9 and played some games.
Fun.
And it was great.
And
we had a second dinner because we were hungry again because we actually did not eat very much of sushi, but we were at the board game cafe. We got like a fried chicken sandwich. It was great.
Okay.
And then a dessert. So I was originally planning on running the marathon on Saturday.
Yeah.
And so I was like on Friday, I'm going to eat whatever I want Friday night to get some calories. Fast forward and not end up running the marathon Saturday, but we'll get to that in a second. So played games. We played a game called Avalon and a game called Chameleon, which I think you know Chameleon. Yeah. Great Friday night.
Nice. That's great. I was going to ask you. I was looking. You had posted the results, and you had so many people respond.
Yeah.
Is that normal? Does your guys' joint account get a lot of?
Our joint account gets a lot more engagement than anything I've ever posted.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, dang, there's like hundreds of responses in just this one.
People, I'm telling you, one day we're going to make money from this.
Remember you were going to, that was going to be a goal this year, was to monetize social media?
We had Zola reach out to us like a couple months ago. You know Zola?
No, I don't, but I'm so excited.
They are who we use to build our wedding website. So like all our RSVPs and our registry and everything is through Zola. They reached out to us on TikTok and on Instagram and seemed interested in partnering with us. And they offered us, just to put it all out there, they offered us like $2,500 to do a couple posts.
Yes.
And we were down. And then, so I responded, and then they never responded back. And I followed up twice.
Zola, if you're listening.
It was weird. They reached out and like offered this whole thing. And I responded like, yeah, let's do it. And then they didn't respond. And then I followed up 2 more times and they never responded.
Have you tried to tag them in like one of your posts?
You should.
Just be like, does this count?
It was very weird. Anyway, so that was exciting and it fell through, but I still think one of these days.
Well, listen, there's hope because somebody has already reached out.
Yes.
So, okay.
Yeah, but that was Friday.
Okay.
What was your Friday?
My Friday. So my Friday started with the pellets appointment. And I was nervous because the last time I got pellets, it was the first time with my new doctor, and I bruised really badly and I was sore for like over a week. And I was terrified because I had already had a rough week with this naltrexone medication. So I was worried I was going to come home now with another injury procedure, whatever. And it was the best I've ever done.
Nice.
She was phenomenal. We had talked about it beforehand, so I think she maybe did a different numbing agent, or I don't know what she did, but it was great. So, the funny part is that afternoon I had booked my girls a haircut because we're going back to school this week. So I was like, okay, getting all of our ducks in a row. we got a haircut. So I went home. I did a little bit of work at home, and then I told the girls, okay, it's time for your haircut. We go to leave for the haircut, and I get there and I'm like, yeah, Piper and Alice for 1:15. And the lady's like looking at her computer and she's like, are you sure you're on the right day? And I'm like, pretty sure. And I pulled up my my text that I got from them, and I was like, yep, Friday 8/29. Gosh dang it.
Next week.
I am the worst with those things.
Yeah.
I do that. That is not the first time that's happened to me. And the girls were clearly not happy either. They're just like, yeah. Anyways. So
because they wanted haircuts before the first day of school.
And Friday night we had a back to school barbecue.
Yeah.
So they were like all excited to have like fresh hair for that event.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen. So it's fine.
They couldn't squeeze you in last minute.
I was like, do you have anything in the next few days? So, but I have more to share on Saturday for that. So anyways,
we're teasing a lot.
I know.
We're like,
more to come. So then that evening we had a back to school barbecue, and it started kind of earlier for us. It started around like 4. So, cause Alice was helping as a cheerleader with new families and tours and all this stuff. So, I will say it was like, for me, for whatever reason, I had a very like emotional experience at the back to school barbecue of feeling so fulfilled. Like, I was there and I had quite a few items that I was passing out to some of my cheerleaders who I hadn't seen in a few weeks. And so I was connecting with those parents. But our family has struggled a bit to feel super connected at our school. And more recently, I am feeling way more connected, way more like just I can go to the campus and there's so many people that I know and can have different conversations with.
Good feeling.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I don't think I realized how much I was missing that until recently. And it was just great. Like, it was such a nice afternoon. They had an ice or a snow cone machine truck like thing there, like a vendor. And then they were grilling.
Hold on. Can I share something about snow cones?
Please.
Have you seen the video? There's this guy who makes these just like videos on TikTok, and you were on TikTok. I keep forgetting. He makes social media videos, and there's one. I'm gonna send it to you. This is not gonna
I love it.
It's not gonna do well. Anyway, there's like this little skit that he does, and he's like, he's at a friend's house, and they're like, "Hey, would you like anything to drink?" And one guy's like, "Yeah, can I get a water?" And the other guy's like, "Yeah, can I get a root beer float?"
Yes.
Have you seen that?
I've seen that.
And then he's like, "What is that? What's a normal household drink?" And then he's like, "Okay, I guess I'll take a snow cone then." They're like, snow cone isn't normal either. That just reminded me of that.
I love that so much.
Such a funny video.
He's with his friend. His friend is, "This will get a root beer float."
I don't know what normal drinks are.
I don't know. Snow cone. But yeah, it was a great night. And like, what I loved was here's what really stood out to me. Alice is in her cheer era and she's running around, she's helping people and she's doing her thing. I look over and Chad's chatting with like different dads. He's connecting.
Nice.
I look over and Pipes is running around on the grass with different friends and I'm having a conversation. So I'm like, every person in my family has people here and it just was so good. It was so nice.
That's cool.
So that was really fun. After that, Alice had a sleepover out in Gig Harbor. So I drove her out there and then came back home and Piper and Chad were swimming and we just kind of hung out outside for the rest of the night. And
did Gig Harbor feel far to you?
Well, I'll tell you what, it felt super far Friday and Saturday when I went to go pick her up because there was multiple incidences on both days. So Friday, this gal lives maybe 15 minutes, but it was showing me over half an hour to get to her house.
Yeah.
By the time we got on the freeway and got over, it cleared up, but I guess there was an accident. And that's the thing on the bridge. If there's an accident, it's like you are stuck. So
every time I need to go to Gig Harbor, it feels far. And then I'll map it. It's like, still like 13 minutes from here. Like, that's nothing.
Well, for us, we have access really close to our house. Yeah,
you're close, yeah.
And sometimes there's things in Gig Harbor that are closer than us going into Tacoma. So that was my Friday.
What just happened?
I knocked something on here, and so I didn't know if it was going to make a sound.
Cool. That sounds like a great Friday.
Yeah, it was really
good school barbecue.
Yes.
So they started school.
Oh, so no, we start on Wednesday.
Okay.
The back to school barbecue is like where you meet your teachers and then they do like they have like bounce houses and they have all the like booster club and the athletics department. Everybody has like things set up for you to.
Cool. So. Are they excited about their teachers?
I think so. Piper is a little bummed. None of her like core group of friends are in her class.
Oh, that's
and
hard.
so she was a little bit bummed, but her teacher, she's never had her before, but this teacher has taught younger grades. So she knows of her.
Okay.
And she seems great. And every other parent I've talked to, they were like singing her praises.
Nice.
So
Love
yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay. Saturday. What's the latest you've slept in as of recent?
Not very, like maybe past 8, but
Okay.
that's rare.
Same. We are pretty much so on weekends we're pretty much awake by like 8:30.
Yeah.
Like usually awake in the 7s.
Totally.
We slept until 10:45 on Saturday morning.
Well, how late were you guys out on Friday night?
We like pretty late. We probably went to bed at like 1.
Okay.
But even that's like
That's great.
almost 10 hours of
That's
sleep
a
that we
good
got.
night's sleep.
We both woke up and I had set an alarm for like, because I was going to run a marathon
Right.
Saturday morning.
Yeah.
So I had set an alarm for 8 and I'm just like, I woke up at 8 feeling so tired. I'm like, not happening. So then I kept snoozing. And then I finally woke up and it said 10:45. I'm like, oh my gosh, that is
hilarious.
So late.
Was your snooze alarm going off that entire time between 8 and 10:45?
I think I had snoozed it every 10 minutes. Yeah.
That's wild.
It's a lot of snoozes.
Was Stevie not trying to get you guys up?
Stevie that morning was, I think, Brian typically moves to the couch like early morning.
Okay.
And so he had moved to the couch. He had fed her breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
And then he went back to the couch and went back to sleep. So we
Got it.
both at 10:45 woke up, both feeling like we could have kept sleeping.
Wow.
We're both like, we could keep going for sure.
Should have tried.
We should have. I know. Yeah, so that was nice. And then we kind of had a lazy morning, had couch time, did the Wordle.
I love it.
Connections.
How's that going for you?
There's still a good streak.
Still a good streak?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you?
I've definitely dropped off.
Oh, man.
I was doing it daily. I was being really consistent. And I'm
still every day.
I'm gonna get back
it's on my daily checklist.
Nice.
We then sat in the sauna.
Okay.
And then we cold plunged.
Nice.
Great start to the day.
I love it.
And then Brian, like I mentioned, got the tonal in his office and has really been feeling like it's like too much going on in his office. And I was like, kind of told you so, but let's figure out a solution.
Right. Yeah.
So we kind of go into his office, like trying to figure out a plan. And we just noticed like there's this like shelf just with all the, like there's 5 drawers in it. Like it's not a shelf. It's like a little cabinet thing. Okay. 5 drawers, all of them just like filled to the brim with just stuff. Yeah. Just like there's 5 junk drawers basically.
Okay.
And then in his closet, there's just like a shelf with all this stuff. And I'm just like,
what is this?
And then they're on the desk and all these different places. There's just kind of like stuff. I'm like, we really like, let's do a full reset in here. So not knowing how long it was going to take, we're like, I was like, this will take us like 20 minutes to clean out this cabinet. And then like, let's spend an hour on your office and let's get it to a good place. 4 hours later, we had basically done we'd basically taken almost everything out of his office, purged like 2 full trash bags full of stuff.
Wow.
That we threw away.
Okay.
And just did like a full reset of his office, which it definitely needed. Did a big deep clean.
Yeah.
Kind of ordered a couple shelving units and just
cool.
Just a whole new office.
I love it.
So he's feeling a lot better about it.
Okay.
I'm telling myself now that I just saved myself $1 million because not $1 million, but whatever
because now he's happy
whatever
with
the purchase price of our next house is going to be. Not a million.
It's not happening. Now.
He's been feeling ready for a bigger house. Yeah. And I'm like, I feel like he's good for.
You set him back a little bit.
Yeah.
Strategic. I like it. Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like he's feeling more happier and more content with his office space. So
that's great.
Got the whole tonal set up and it's looking good in there.
Nice.
By the time we're done with that, it's like 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we're like, we haven't really eaten food.
You haven't even had breakfast. We just woke up.
We basically went and I'm like, all of a sudden I'm like starving and I'm getting hangry.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why did I go from like 0 to 100 so quick on hungriness?
Yeah.
And the reason was that I was so like laser focused, like hyper fixated on his office space that hunger wasn't even on my radar.
No.
But as soon as we finished, I was like, I need food immediately.
Yeah.
And got into a little tiffy about what to eat because I'm like, I want something fatty. I want like pizza or I want like chicken tenders or like something delicious.
Right.
And Brian's trying to eat healthy. And I'm like, I don't want healthy.
You're like, did you see what I just did for your office?
Like, I
deserve fat.
And I had decided at that point that I was going to run the marathon the next day because it was too hot at that point, Saturday. And it was already like 5 p.m. And So I wanted something unhealthy. He wants something healthy. So we settled on Taco Time, which is a pretty good balance.
I love some Taco Time.
You can eat healthy at Taco Time for sure. They have like their fit bowls. That's what Brian got.
Perfect.
And I got like a crisp burrito and a soft taco and some tots. And it's
their
delicious.
Classic burrito is my go-to.
Ooh, but I haven't had the classic.
The thing is, nobody else in my family enjoys it.
Really?
So it's literally something every once in a blue moon I will treat myself to a little classic burrito if I'm by myself and nobody's, it's just me.
Your solo guilty
It's
pleasure.
exactly.
Hopefully you still enjoy it with your GLP-1’s.
I know. I'm like, this is a weird thing.
So the Taco Time, got groceries, walked Stevie, and the day sleeping until 10:45 really makes the day feels like it goes by very quickly.
I love it.
Because we slept in, we spent 4 hours in the office, and we're like, it is literally evening now.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right. So spent the rest of the evening doing some like financial planning. We were gonna do wedding planning, but we've had on our list for a long time. We basically have like a project list, like a shared iPhone note of projects we want to do together.
Yeah.
One of which is just like continual wedding planning stuff. And then others time, like anytime we have stuff we need to do on the weekend, it gets added to that list.
Yeah.
One of the things that's been on there for a while is just like some just general financial planning.
Sure.
As we're getting closer to getting married, we know that we want to have more combined finances. So just trying to figure out like what we want that to look like.
Yeah.
How we want to set up our bank accounts, how we want to set up like our Fidelity accounts, like credit card. There's all of these just like things that are very separate right now and like trying to figure out how we want them to be combined.
Right.
So we spent probably 3 hours Friday night or Saturday night just like working through that. Kind of we downgraded one of his credit cards from the Chase Sapphire Reserve, which is like crazy annual fee. We did like a cheaper preferred, the $100 a year one anyway.
Okay.
Not to get into the weeds there, but
3 hours.
Spent a good chunk of time just like figuring out our financial plan going forward, which felt great to get that done.
That sounds like my nightmare.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's a conversation neither of us have been looking forward to. So to actually just like sit down and do it,
rip the Band-Aid
it's been on our list for like 6 months.
Yeah.
And we're like, let's just do it.
Did you find yourselves having any, as you call them, tippies during that discussion?
I don't think so.
That's great.
We're both pretty
it's really healthy.
We're both pretty on the same page, I think.
Okay.
I think we've had so many conversations about like with our friends and with our family and with different couples we know, of like, how do you do finances? Because there's not a one way to do it.
Right.
Like some couples, everything is completely combined.
Yep.
Some couples, everything is completely separate.
Yeah.
Like, and I think for both of us, we both grew up with parents who everything was combined. Like, yeah, that's just how we grew up.
Totally.
Where that was the norm. There was never like my money, your money. There was never, it was always like one account.
Right.
And we want something as close to that as we can. Like we want that. We want that same vibe where we're getting married. Like, let's be together. Like let's have our finances be together. Like there's still certain things we're keeping a little bit separate, but not really. More just from like a simplicity standpoint, like his Microsoft stock. Let's just keep that where it's at. Like that doesn't need to go somewhere. Like that, just keep that there.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we had a good conversation. We finally like made some decisions. I feel like we have a good plan going forward.
Yeah.
So.
It's funny. So Chad and I have everything combined. We have 2 separate credit cards. Like I can't see his, he can't see mine.
Okay.
And that is really nice when we're purchasing gifts for each other. Then we can. But it is funny. Like his income covers like all of our mortgage and our bills, and then my income is kind of more of the fun money.
Yeah.
And then if I sell a house on top of that, we can do some extra things. So what is just comical in my brain is like his money is like, obviously it's all of ours, like we just use it, but sometimes he'll take money out of my business account for something and I'll be like, excuse me, how dare you? But there's no I mean, it's like how rude of me to think like I can have yours, but you can't have mine.
No, money's funny. Money is in relationships is very interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. That's awesome.
We also went through credit cards and just canceled a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Like we had probably 5 or 6 subscriptions that were like, we don't need this. We don't need this. Like let's save. I think we ended up saving like few $100 a month just on canceling random stuff that we don't really use.
So good.
Yeah.
I love that you guys like dug into all that.
It was a project and we got it done.
If we're talking about budget past 20 minutes, I'm like, ugh.
And that's the thing. When it comes to budget, we don't have a budget at all right now.
Yeah.
I could not tell you how much we spend a month.
That's funny.
I could tell you. I could go through our credit card statements and I could add it all up, but we haven't taken that step yet.
Oh.
But we know like jointly how much we're making a month.
Yeah.
And we should figure out how much we're spending a month on
Correct.
average.
That's a good next step.
Yeah.
Next follow-up conversation.
Yes.
Yeah. Add that to your.
It's just been very separate. It's been like I've had kind of my expenses and my income. He's had his expenses and his income.
Yep.
And it's interesting to kind of start thinking about together, like how much we're making, how much are we spending, how much could we be saving?
Right.
And if we're saving this amount per month or per year, like how long does it take to get to like a retirement point or like a nest egg where we feel like comfortable with or whatever. So
were you both on the same page about like, okay, we want to put this amount here and this amount here, like, or when are you driving the car? I guess where I'm getting at is like, so for our family, Chad definitely is the driving force behind like our financial plans. So he'll usually present to me and I just say like yay or nay. I rarely contribute to the plan. But it's really nice because he's like, here's our income. And if we put this here in so long, here's what that will look like. And I'm like, okay. That's great.
I think I'm driving that conversation a bit more. But I'm also newly learning about it. Like I just set up my first Fidelity account like within the last 6 months.
Okay.
I just invested in my first like mutual funds and stocks in the last 6 months. So I'm still very new to it.
How's it going?
It's going well, actually. Like
you're like, I'm retiring tomorrow.
No, like I've always just kept my cash in like a savings, like a checking or savings account. The yields, whatever, less than 1% interest. And I put like most of my savings into mutual funds, which who knows if that's advisable or not, but it's done very well. And I know I invested, I think at a good time with how the market's doing in general, but that's been kind of exciting to see that grow. Really honestly. So Brian's, I feel like we both have gained a lot from our parents in different ways. I've gained from my parents, like a lot about real estate investing and like the power of real estate for building wealth long-term. Brian's parents have they retired when they were 40 and they've done a really great job with like investing in the market and figuring out how to make cash last a long time or stocks or whatever. And I still don't quite understand how they do it. But we want to sit down with Brian's parents and just be like, okay, this is how we're doing this. Like, what would you suggest?
That's
like,
smart.
Should we like look at this different or whatever? And just trying to learn from people that are smarter than us. We know a bit, but there's definitely more to learn.
I love that. Awesome.
How was your Saturday?
My Saturday was good. We, so again, going back to Gig Harbor to pick Alice up, every freeway access around me was blocked. There was a giant race going around and they literally were blocking all of the access points to the freeway. So what would have taken me 10, 15 minutes to get took me another half hour plus.
Was it like the Tacoma Marathon or something?
Don't know.
Okay.
I'm like, should I have known this was going on? Like, is this advertised somewhere? I don't know. But it was fine. And what I ended up doing is I found a hair salon in Gig Harbor that does kids cuts. Cause this is the thing. My kids are in this awkward stage of 10 and 14 where they don't want to go to like a little kitty cuts place and get a haircut and a rocket ship, you know? So I'm trying to find that balance of, I'm also not ready to pay hundreds of dollars for my kids' hair to be cut. So there's a place in Tacoma that I found that they like. And then I found another one in Gig Harbor. So it's a little bit of a risk because I'm like, I've never been here. I haven't heard of it. But after we picked Allie up from her sleepover, we went and did that. And it was great. Both of them were super happy with their haircuts. Piper was so funny. She like chatted with the gal the whole time. They went back first and came out last. Like they took over an hour and Piper is like, I know everything about her. I know her dog's name. I know her sisters and she came back knowing all this information. So I was like, okay. So that was fun. After that, we went home we stopped at Goodwill. Do you guys ever do any thrifting? Can't say you do.
Can't say we do.
My kids love
Growing up, I did. I would stop by Value. Like when I was like 16 through 18.
Maybe it's a teen thing.
When I had like got my license, I would stop by Valley Village.
Stuff. Okay. My girls love the Goodwill in Gig Harbor, and Piper likes to shop for medical equipment.
What? like crutches.
Like crutches.
Not like a MRI machine.
I mean, if they had one, she probably would pick it up. No, she's gotten like popcorn machine. She likes the things there, whereas Allie likes to go through the clothes. And so anyways, that was fun. Then in the afternoon so this is interesting. This is the second time this has happened. And the first time was with your listing. I had a buyer reach out about my listing in Tacoma, and he said he's unrepresented and wants to see the home.
Yeah.
But he's working with a real estate attorney. And so if he does want to move forward with an offer, he was asking, like, would I be okay with working with him as an unrepresented buyer using an attorney for the contract?
I don't get it.
So he unfortunately didn't follow up much afterwards. So I'm guessing he doesn't want to move forward. But I'm assuming the whole point is you pay an attorney, I don't know, $600-700 for a contract.
Yeah.
And you use the commission your buyer's agent would have received as negotiating tools. So whether that's your closing costs or lower list price.
Right.
That's got to be the motive.
The thing that's just funny to me is like they're asking you to show them the house.
Yes.
So they're asking you to do a real estate agent service.
Correct.
Without getting paid for it.
100%. And I was thinking, like, what would the inspection look like? Like, would you want me here? And then now I'm
having to attend every
predisposed
appointment
to the inspection.
Yeah.
And then, which maybe isn't the worst thing. Like maybe that's where we negotiate on our behalf. But I just thought it was really interesting. So yeah. Also, if anybody's looking for a really cute craftsman in Tacoma,
yeah,
I've got a adorable one.
Or a really cute real estate agent. You got two options right here.
She's on the GLP-1. It's a win-win for everyone. So yeah, that's been, we've been on the market for over 30 days and we've had over 30 showings.
Wow.
It's been so much activity.
Over 30 and 30?
Oh, it's been a lot. Yeah.
Holy cow.
Mm-hmm. There's usually, like, over the weekends, there's usually multiple a day. And then throughout the week, there's sometimes one a day. It's been wild.
No offers.
Wow. I know. So that's telling us something, and we're talking about it. I'll just tell what it's telling us is that buyers are not seeing the value of the home.
Yeah.
For the condition that it's in.
Yeah.
So, and that's
Listen
a real thing.
to the data.
That's what the market's telling, and that's what we're gonna follow. Anyways, what do we do after that? And then I ran some errands after that, and then we had another barbecue Saturday night with families from the school. So the gal, her name's Christina, that I'm coaching with for cheer. She has an amazing property in University Place. It backs up to her in-laws' property, so they have this like massive yard between the homes with a pickleball court. With a big pool and hot tub.
Nice.
This like covered outdoor eating area with like a kitchen. It's phenomenal.
That's a dream.
It's so nice. So they had a huge barbecue on Saturday night. And again, kind of one of those things where like Chad and I both going into it like a little bit like apprehensive. Like we don't know. We're still breaking into this group 4 years later. But walked away like that night feeling like so encouraged again.
Nice.
And maybe it's this happy pills I'm taking.
Feeling so encouraged.
I'm feeling so happy.
Oh my gosh, that could be it. Especially with your moment of like fulfillment at your barbecue Friday night.
No, I think I'm this is real.
It's real. It's real either way.
It's real, but
it might be assisted. Heightened.
Yeah. Anyways, so we were
You're gonna walk away from this podcast saying like it was the best episode ever.
I feel so good right now. So anyways, it was a fun night. My girls both ended up staying the night at their house. And so Chad and I just went home and we enjoyed the sunset on the deck together. And that was our Saturday.
Love a good sunset.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There's some good ones this weekend.
There were.
Especially with it being so warm outside.
Yes.
So nice.
You guys have AC at your house? Yeah. I'm so jealous. Our house was almost unbearable this weekend.
You guys are a great fit for a mini split.
Yeah, we should just do it.
Yeah.
We should just do it.
You got a tonal, do a mini split.
Put it into the budget.
Yeah.
That's true. We got a tonal. Let's do, but like the tonal is more expensive than a mini split.
And there's like all these like rebates now for those. You got this.
Yeah.
You saved hundreds of dollars a month on things. Now it's allocated elsewhere. Okay. Sunday.
Wrap it up. I ran a marathon yesterday.
Okay.
When I was telling Brian like Thursday or Friday, I was like, yeah, like we're talking about our weekends. I'm like, I need to run a marathon this weekend. And he's just like, you said that so casually.
Totally. I was just thinking like, you'll never hear me say that. Yeah. Like, oh yeah. And then Saturday I ran a marathon.
It's weird at this point in my training that just, it does feel kind of normal to say that.
Yeah.
But it was not, it wasn't nothing. I'll tell you that.
It's not normal. That's wild.
Yeah. It was because I've only done one of the marathon. I've done, the one marathon I did was in San Diego, I don't know, 4 years ago.
Okay.
And other than that, I've done a couple like long runs, like 17 to 20 mile runs, but not, this is my second time ever running that long. So,
by the way, I also met somebody at the barbecue on Saturday night who's training for the same Ironman.
Really?
Yeah.
Who was it?
His name is Nick Cooley. He's a dad at our school.
Cool.
So yeah.
I'll have to get his
when you get there on in Sacramento. I'd be like, Nick.
Anyone Nick's out there?
Okay.
So I basically
Tell us about
ran around the southern half of Lake Washington.
Okay.
So the thing that, as I was like running, I'm like, the thing that's kind of funny is like, this is normally a biking route for me, and I'm doing it as a run. Like, that's crazy.
What time of day did you start?
Okay, so I made the big mistake. I should not have ran when it was so hot.
Yeah.
Period. Like, it was stupid, probably dangerous.
Okay.
So I should have started earlier. I started around, what time did I start? I have it in my calendar. Now I'm curious. I started around 9:30, and at that point it was like 75 degrees. When I finished, it was like 87 degrees. 87. That is too hot to be running.
Way too hot.
Yeah. So I was.
But you lost 3 pounds.
I lost 3 pounds.
Take the good with the bad.
The last couple miles, I was like getting lightheaded. I'm like, I don't know if I should keep running, but I'm like, gotta get to the finish line. Could have been worse. So. But yeah, so I don't know if you know Lake Washington very well, but basically I-90 is like one of the bridges that crosses it, and then there's 520. So basically ran from Renton up to Bellevue and then crossed I-90 over onto Mercer Island, and then ran over to Seattle, and then south all the way down along like Seward Park, basically down south, back to Renton and then back home. And it was a long full loop. It was really freaking hot. Yeah. It was harder than my first marathon. First marathon, I mean, it was hard, but it like was, I think it was cooler. It was, I think the main difference is anytime you're doing like a marathon or like any of these Ironman races or the 100-mile bike ride, these are all like organized events. Sure. With tons of people. Yes. Tons of just like great positive race day energy. Yeah. There's like the people around you that are pushing you forward. Right. Like that you're just like seeing them going by motivates you to keep going.
I hear you.
There's the support along the way in the sense that almost every mile at these races, there's like aid stations with water and snacks and all this stuff. So there's none of that yesterday.
Did you pack things? Were you wearing any sort of...
I was wearing a vest and I had like a little water but I basically stopped at probably 6 gas stations. Oh, okay. So yeah, every time I passed the gas station, I was stopping.
That was your checkpoint.
Yeah. And I would mostly was just drinking Gatorades. Like I'd buy a Gatorade. I had no appetite for any food. Yeah. So because it was hot, like I'm like, I feel like I would throw up if I ate something right now. So I was just chugging Gatorade constantly. Wow. And yeah, it was incredibly hard.
So you started at 9:30.
Yep.
What time did you get back home?
So I finished, it was like, I think it was like a little under 4.5 hours. So plus I took some breaks. There were a couple times throughout where I was like, I need to sit down or I'm going to pass out. Yeah. So I would like pause my thing and I'd sit down. So I think I finished, I don't know. I think I was home by like 3 or so, but that was with a good amount of like breaks and chilling. Okay. Yeah. It sucked. Brian picked me up.
So wild.
Brian picked me up and I was like...
Oh, he did pick you up. I thought you went all the way home.
He picked... So anytime I finished right at the bottom of the hill by our house. Okay. Because he picked me up, which is so great.
That's what I was thinking. Usually you guys meet somewhere.
Yeah. There's pretty much always the same spot that we meet, just because it's... To get home is like a mile-long hill to get up. And I just like never want to do that, especially when it's that hot. So he was so great. He was like sending me updates throughout the day, like all the stuff he was doing, like cleaning and doing stuff for the cold plunge and picking up Stevie's poop in the yard and all this stuff. He was sending me updates and and then he picked me up with Starbucks and I like needed water. I was like, I need water immediately. So he picked me up and it was great. Awesome. Got home, took a nap on the couch for about an hour and then started season 4 of You.
Oh, okay.
You know the show You?
Yes. The show on Netflix? We've talked about it. Yeah. I've heard of it.
There's this like, have you let me show you a video of talking about You, because the name You is kind of funny because let me show you later. You said you've gotten through season 4 or no?
I can't remember which one is that.
Do you know how you?
I know the girl. Like, who's the girl in season 4? Who's his main love
I'm
interest?
on the episode 1, so I actually don't even know yet.
Okay. How did season 3 end?
Season 3. I don't want to give any spoilers.
I've seen so many.
Season 4 is in London.
Yes.
You've seen the London season?
Yes.
Okay. I've just started that season. Okay. And then we did dinner on the couch.
That was the meal prepping. Meal.
Yep.
Buffalo chicken pasta.
Yep. We started to do some wedding planning and I'm like, I can't my brain's full. I'm exhausted, and
know your boundaries.
We did financial planning yesterday. I'm like, let's give it a minute. So
I mean, what a productive weekend.
Very productive. Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like, it felt so nice to be home, even though it wasn't like a relaxing weekend necessarily, but just being home felt relaxing.
Yeah.
So
I know.
Yeah.
That's great.
That was the weekend. How was your Sunday?
My Sunday was great. We went to church in the morning.
Okay.
Both of my girls had done those sleepovers, so the family that they were with goes to our church. So they brought them there. And then after church, one of his projects this weekend was sealing our garage.
Nice.
So we had some cracks in there. So he's sealed it and he's painting it.
Wow.
He's got his whole little golf simulator set up in there. So he's really finishing that off.
Will he park in it still?
We will I guess we have to let this sit for like 5 days.
Okay.
And then we can.
Do you park the Kia?
We can fit both my car and his work car in the garage.
Nice.
So he was working on that in the afternoon. Pipes and I were just kind of hanging out. And then we had a birthday party. So Shannon and Peter's daughter, May, turned 8, and she had a birthday party. And
whose daughter?
You've heard about it. And they do birthday bashes pretty well.
Nice.
Like, especially for their kids. I was thinking about it. We typically will do, like, for our kids, we'll do like a family celebration with maybe some family friends. And that's one gathering, like a dinner. And then we'll let our girls do like a birthday party with just their friends as like another thing. And that's usually like a drop off, like parents aren't necessarily there. So we do it a little bit different. Shannon and Peter are like, come one, come all. However you know us, come to this party. So
at their house?
At their house. And what I love about May, who just turned 8, she's got the best like palate for food. And so she requested salmon for her birthday as an 8-year-old. Her dad convinced her to do chicken as well, just in case there are people that don't enjoy salmon.
Yeah, I don't know many 8-year-olds like salmon.
One year it was ribs and salmon. Yeah, she
loves salmon.
Loves it. So anyways, it was great. Although Chad and I found ourselves, it was super warm yesterday.
Yeah.
And
was it?
did you know when you were out running? Could you tell? Imagine sitting on like somebody's deck.
Oh,
you're running.
Horrible.
I'm sitting on the deck. There's a few cold beverages, but not many. No, just kidding. But we were there for a couple hours and we just found our energy like, I think because we had 2 big events the days before that we were constantly like engaging and socializing.
I'm sure I feel like for Chad him, probably more than you.
100%.
Social battery's at a 0.
I thought Pipey was getting ready to go. And so I was a little bit like, Pipes, you kind of wrapping up. We had done all this, we'd had dinner, we had opened presents, they had done birthday cake. But she was like, well, they're going to do a movie. And so she ended up staying, and Chad and I left and just went home for like a minute. Chad like went and sat in our room for like an hour by himself and like didn't talk. Mm-hmm. And then he went and got groceries from Trader Joe's and then went and picked her up, and then they came back home.
Nice.
I, for whatever reason, started watching this show called Making the Band on Netflix.
Okay.
But what I did, have you heard of it or seen any of it? It's an interesting concept. They start with all these different artists. They're all like singers for the most part. They are all singers. And they put them in these pods where you can't see anybody else. Okay. And you sing, and other people in the pods can select you, can like push a button if they like you and want to potentially be in a band with you.
So it's like The Voice kind of.
Kind of, except the other people in the pods are other singers as well. So like you would sing, and if I liked your voice, I would hit the button. I would sing if you liked my voice, you would hit the button. And then later we're like sharing more about ourselves. If we wanted to be in a band together, we would talk to each other and say, this is my vibe, this is what I'm trying to find. Okay. And if you were the same, then we'd be like, okay, we should create the band together. So these people create bands in these pods, and then they have to perform for the first time together. And that's like also the first time they're seeing each other.
Wow.
And then from there, they get coaching and they get choreography and they perform. And then they bring in like an audience and they start to get elimination. Like they start to vote people off. And the last one standing gets like $500,000. And,
wow.
So
nice.
I think One Direction came from a show like that. Like, do you remember that boy band, One Direction?
X Factor.
Oh, was it X Factor? Oh, okay. Because they were like, we were 3rd place or something. So maybe that is.
They all auditioned individually.
Okay.
And they didn't make it like I think one of them made it or whatever. And then I think Simon Cowell had the idea to like, let's put all these guys together and put them in the boy
interesting.
band.
Okay. Because Liam Payne was one of the judges who has now passed away. I didn't realize I knew he had passed away, but I didn't realize that was the same person on the show. Anyways.
Oh, so they filmed this before
Yeah.
he passed away.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Crazy. That's sad.
It is sad because like Chad and I were like, he watched the very last part with me, and as a judge, he was like so lively and gave such good feedback, and he seemed so like he's singing one of his songs at the end with the crowd, and he's like, isn't that, it's just wild, you know, when, and it's so common with celebrities that they struggle with depression and whatnot, you know, and it's so hard as a like person on the side to look at somebody with so much success and be like, oh man, that's not what leads to happiness. You know? It's obvious, but anyways.
One celebrity or musician I feel bad for is Justin Bieber. Yeah. And he had like, have we talked about him before on this?
I don't know, but I love his new album.
Great new album. I feel like seeing his journey over the last like 10 years or whatever, he has had he probably had more fame than any other person in history at that age. Yeah. Like as a teenager, being like the #1 pop star in the world, gotta do something to your head. Totally. And like it's gotta mess you up. And you've seen kind of struggles he's had over the years. And it's just like, I really hope that he can like can keep going. You know? Can just I can't imagine like there's no one that can relate to him. Right. Like there's other like people that have had stardom, like Shawn Mendes is another one that got super famous, super young. Right. But like not to the level of Justin Bieber. Like he was like literally the #1 like in the world. Like it's just so wild. Unfathomable, and it's not something that any brain can probably even process. Have you listened to the whole album? How he has that guy who's kind of like a comedian and he's like making little comments in between songs. Yeah. I thought that was so interesting. Like actually so funny at parts. But it was interesting because he speaks very honestly with him and is like, your whole life is on display essentially. And that is the wild part. I can't even imagine having like all the bad of my life like on camera as well for me. So. And having access to unlimited money as like a 15-year-old, like that's nobody should. I don't know. It's just crazy. So all that to say, so this is how I am with shows like that. I like fast forward. I just like watching the performances. I don't really care about the in-between drama or all the feedback. I'm like, whatever. So I kind of there's YouTube for that, right? Is that what you do? So yeah, I don't know when I started, a couple of days ago, maybe I started it and I would just fast forward and watch them singing together. And then I did watch the whole episode of the finale, is what I watched on the deck last night outside. Nice. It was such a nice temperature. Sounds awesome. That's how I ended my Sunday. Love it. Yeah. What a weekend. What a weekend. Were you on cloud 9 on Sunday night as well? It was so good, you guys, the show. It was awesome. I love it. Yeah. Well, congratulations on your new developments. Well, listen, let's see where this journey takes us. Who knows? Hopefully it's only high highs. No low lows at all. I'd like to share this medication with anybody that's willing to. If you'd like to take some and see how you feel on it. Not the yucky part, but like, does it actually make a difference? I think so much could be placebo too. 100%. Like when you're taking something, like you're just going to assume that anything you're feeling is attributed to that thing. Well, also I'm not putting crap in my body right now. Like I'm like eating good. I'm not drinking, I'm actually doing healthy stuff for myself. So I feel like that's probably a big part of it. Yeah. You could tell me actually based on my last week, I've had like some weird nausea and stuff going on. Yeah. You could tell me I was on GLP-1 and I believe it. Right. Like if you told me that somebody was like putting it in my food, I'd be like, that makes sense. Yeah. Because I've been kind of nauseous. I lost a few pounds. Like that makes sense. But you were also sick in Hawaii. So this is going back like totally. And it was mostly nausea. Yeah. So maybe 2 weeks. 2 weeks now I've been on GLP-1s. I don't even know it. Brian, what are you doing? Yeah. Do you have to tell me something? He's like, July didn't work out, so we're going to try. Going to force it. Yeah. Thanks, Jamie. All right. Bye, have a good one. Bye.